Spontaneous things to do at school. Whenever the teacher walks past you, cover your notes and say, "Why are you trying to cheat off of me, bitch?" Keep dropping things super loud and say it wasn't you. Set your ringtone to something super embarrassing and have someone call you while you struggle to find your phone. Get up from your desk and go sharpen a mechanical pencil. When it's completely quiet in the class, just get up on your desk and dance. When people look, just scream and then run out of the class. Compete with your friends to see who can put the most things into someone's hoodie. When the teacher calls on you, say something close to the answer and then yell, "You autocorrect." Things to do because you only live once. Dress up as a duck and throw bread at people and say, "How do you like it now, huh?" Walk up to a stranger and say, "You'll regret this," and then run away. Text to a random number, "I hid the body for you." When you are in a bus, make a fake phone call and say, "Yes, they are in the bus. You can move in now." Go up to someone and act like they're famous and ask for a selfie. Go into a store and look upwards and scream until people look up. When someone asks what time it is, say yes and then walk away immediately. Bring a desk into an elevator and whenever people try to get on, ask them if they have an appointment. Things to do because you only live once. Go to a store and put items in people's carts and just stare at them without blinking. When people are holding hands, just walk between them. When someone is sleeping, stare at them, and when they wake up, just smile creepily. Run around your neighborhood with a blanket over your head, shouting, "I'm invisible!" Go to a clothing store and ask for a menu. Call a random place and tell them you won't be able to make it to work today. Walk with your friends and fall over on purpose. Pretend you're hurt and then get up and start sprinting. Spontaneous things to do at school. If you didn't raise your hand in class and you get picked on, say, "Wrong student, try again." When someone speaks on the speaker, scream, "No, not the voices again." After every sentence your teacher says, get your class to clap their hands. When the teacher asks you for your homework, say you thought they were joking when they signed the homework. Get up to sharpen a pencil, then look around confused and say, "Help, I'm lost." When taking a test in class, flip your page really loud so everyone knows you're ahead of them. Things to do because you only live once. Write on paper, "I found you," and send it through someone's mailbox. Stand silent and emotionless on a busy elevator and never get off. Ask someone for directions and go the opposite way. Run up to a random person and say "you're it" and see if they chase you. Put your phone up to your ear in a public place and say "target found." Run after a bus and keep running when it stops. Go up to a random stranger and ask what year it is. When they tell you, run away and whisper, "It worked." Spontaneous things to do at school. When someone yawns, throw an eraser in their mouth. Ask if you can go to the bathroom. Then get up and walk straight into the wall. Frown at the wall and walk into it again. When somebody raises their hand, high five them. At a random time, go sit on the floor for no apparent reason. If you are next to an empty desk, say, "Can I borrow a pencil?" During a test, tell the teacher to watch you because there are voices in your head telling you to cheat. Every time the teacher looks away, move your desk an inch forward. Repeat and see how close you can get. If someone tells you to keep your voice down, put your face near the floor and say, "Okay." Do you want to mess with someone's brain? If you're in an argument, ask, "Do you want some sand?" They will have no idea how to respond. Look over your shoulder in horror and then talk normally. This will terrify anyone. When you are in a group and notice that someone is making fun of you, look in their face and smile a little. They'll feel very scared. Pretend you're bad at lying. That way people will always think you're telling the truth. If you want someone to get nervous and uncomfortable, just stare at their forehead. They'll most likely walk away. Like and follow for more. Do you want to give off psychopath vibes? If you're annoyed that someone is staring at you, stare back at them. If they're still staring at you even after this, shoot them a kiss and it usually gets them to look away. Whenever someone says something dumb or makes an unreasonable request, I sit there in silence for a long, uncomfortable moment. It makes people second guess everything and start confessing the dumb things they did that led us to this moment. If you really want to mess with someone, go up to them and ask, "Hey, do you ever get that creepy deja vu feeling?" Then like a week later, wear the same thing and ask them the same question. They will act so confused and puzzled. Like and follow for more. Things to do because you only live once. Drop $1 and wait for someone to pick it up and yell, "That's mine!" Then just stare at them without blinking. Go up to a stranger and wave at them. If they wave back, whisper, "Wait, you can see me." Tell your mom that she looks like your mom. Call someone and tell them, "I think you have the wrong number." Go on a roller coaster and scream when it's completely quiet. Go to a store and yell "Marco" and see how many people respond with Polo. Go up to a stranger and say, "I haven't seen you in years." Do you want to give off psychopath vibes? On an elevator, face the opposite way of everyone else. And then say, I bet you're wondering why I gathered you all here today. On the next April Fool's Day, bring some snacks with you at home or school. It makes everyone suspicious and it messes with their mind trying to figure out what did you do to those snacks. When you say goodbye to someone, tell them enjoy your next 24 hours and see how they react. Immediately after your friend looks at the time, ask them if they know what time it is. Chances are they will have to look at the time again. Like and follow for more. I just had the biggest family scandal of all time. So my cousin the other day texted me WTF, which obviously means want to Since I don't live in Alabama, I instantly called his mom and dad about the situation. And let me tell you, it's not good. Like, what else would WTF even mean? Does anybody else have really weird thoughts throughout the day? I had one the other day, like, what was the first guy trying to do when he milked the first cow? Like, did he see a baby calf and was like, man, I want to do that? Let me get in there and let me taste it. Like, why would you just start pulling on that? And then proceed to drink it afterwards? Tag a sus friend in the comments. So I stopped being friends with this one dude because he was acting a little too sus. So he texted me LMAO, which clearly means me all over. So I unfriended him and blocked him. Like, what else would that mean? Things I don't understand. Number 1, drowning. Just swim. Like, just go to the top. And if you can't, just drink the water. I really don't understand that one. Traffic, drive the car, just go. I don't understand how it gets backed up and then all of a sudden you're just moving. If you're just moving the whole time, it wouldn't have happened. Number 3, how bridges are made, especially over water. When you get to the middle, like, where are you even standing to build that? What makes something edible? Like, why can I go eat an apple, but if I was in the mood to go outside and eat a lamppost for dinner, like, I can't do that. Things I don't understand. Maps, like, how did they draw it and actually get it right without satellites or even planes? How do we all have different handwriting if we all learn from the same letters? How do scientists know what percentage of the ocean they discovered if they haven't discovered it all? Like, how do animals just know how to animal when they're born? Like, a cat just knows what to do when it comes out of the womb. How the hair on my arm knows when to stop growing. Like, if you shave your arm hair, it's gonna grow back, but to a certain point where it just stops growing. Why is it impossible to imagine a new color? What was the first person to find out how to milk a cow thinking? Curse words, who the determines what's a bad word and what's not? I just don't know. Did you also try Googling yourself to see what would pop up? Hey, and here are some things we all done before. Whenever you check the fridge and you don't see anything you'll eat, you get a little sad. And then you come back 1 hour later in hopes to see something new, but there's never anything new. You would always think of the best comebacks after your argument happens. You would take gum out of your mouth and stretch it with your fingers to see how long it would go. You would get sad on Sunday nights because school is tomorrow. When you're having a phone conversation, you always walk around, especially on carpet. Did you also try to scare someone behind a door but then leave because they took forever? Hello, and here are some things we've all done. Saying ow when it didn't even hurt. We've all took a break from the internet on your computer to check out the internet on your phone. Saying what to your friends even though you heard what they said. Claiming you have plans to get out of a social function even though you totally don't. We've all laughed at a joke that we didn't understand. Falling back to sleep to finish your dream. Run up the stairs on all fours like a dog. Whenever you play split screen games with your friends, you would always cheat and see where they are.